everyone, today's video is going to be my deck of panning update for the month of June. These videos go on the 20th of every month. It was created by Emily and Max. I will of course leave her channel link down below. This is a game style project pan where you pick cards and the prompts are on a spreadsheet, so you'll see that later in the video. Different cards correlate to different prompts. So I currently have 6 products in here, and one of my 2, I got an ace, a red ace last time. So since I am taking out one of my 2 aces, I am only going to be rolling in 1 product today because I have 2 finished goals. You're supposed to keep like 5 products into this collection, or do I keep 6 in? Is 6 like a fun number? Would you guys like to see 6? I'm thinking I want to stay at 5. I think I want to stay at 5. We're going to start with the 2 that I am finished my goals with, and we're going to go into the products that I have yet to hit my goal, and then we will roll in 1 more card. I rolled in a 7 of diamonds, which was a blush. I decided to pull out this e.l.f. putty blush. It's spring, it's summer. I wanted to pull in something that represented the season, so this color was definitely it. My goal was to use it 10 times, and that I have done. I have used this quite a bit in its entire lifetime, and it is nowhere near like feeling like it's been used. I had one of those e.l.f. putty bronzers a year or so ago. I used it every single day as my bronzer. Every day I wore makeup, I wore it as my bronzer, and I think it took me about a year to finish. These don't mess around. One of my aces, a red ace, you gotta draw in 2. So I pulled in a 3 of spades for that draw 2. And it was the prompt glittery. And you guys remember that last video? I did not want to pick an eyeshadow, but we picked an eyeshadow, and I have hit pan on the eyeshadow. I pulled in my Kaja Bento Trio. My goal was to hit pan on the first shade, and I don't know if you can tell, but there is just a little baby pan. Can you see in the mirror? That little speck of pan. So ever so slightly. Today, I am wearing the entire palette all over my lid, so I do have the shade all over my lid. It looks wet. It looks really, really pretty. I have the middle shade kind of blending out the matte, and I also have it on the outer lid, and then I have the brown matte into my crease, and like I said, I blended it out with that middle shade. Really love this little trio for a basic, simple, neutral look. Like today is definitely neutral, kind of boring, but it is classic. It's a classic look. This little trio's in smolder season. I'm not sure if they still sell it, but I wanted to hit pan on that first shade, and didn't I do that? So today was my 3rd use of this in the project. I used it with a brush. I usually don't use shimmers with brushes with shimmers, because I don't really like the amount of fallout I tend to get. But something like this, with the intensity that I have wanted every single time I've used it, I needed to use a brush. When you use your finger, you use a lot less product, and you also get a more sheer look. So I wanted something more intense. I used a brush all 3 times, and I have finally hit pan. So not only does it roll out of this project, but it has also made its way into my pan count for the year, which has not been very many. I've been trying to keep track of, this will be the 5th pan I've gotten this year. Although this is the only thing I have actively been trying to hit pan on. And since this is a part of the draw 2, then I am not going to roll something in for this. Going into the products that I have not yet hit my goal on, and I'm very disappointed that I was not able to use this product more. I pulled in my Melt Contour Stick for a 6 of clubs, which was cool toned. This has a bunch of different powders and stuff, some of which are quite warm, but the first shade is quite cool. So I have used this a total of 6 times. My goal is to use it 15 times. So we are almost halfway there. And I am wearing it on my cheeks today. It's just not a product that I remembered until the latter half when I was going through my products. I'm like, this is a product I need to reach for and I haven't reached for it yet. And then it'd get to the point where I'm like, I need to use this. I did a get ready with me using my project pan items, and that's when I looked through my papers and I'm like, I need to use this. And I believe I used it in that video, but I have kept it out front and center on my desk to remember to use it. So I've been trying to use this. I've been trying to use my bronzer from my Finish 5 in 2025. Hopefully I will get this done by next update. This is another product that I kind of forgot about. By the time I did that get ready with me, I don't think I've used this once. This was for 9 of Spades, which was matches eye color. I do have some brown eyes, so I chose a brown eyeliner. You would think that this would be an easy rollout, except when I use pencil eyeliner, more often than not, it's either black or it's a colored liner. And I just have not been using brown eyeliner, so this is where I'm at. I think I sharpened it once. I used it today because it went with the brown look that I was going for today. Again, my goal was to use it 15 times and I have only gotten 7 uses out of it, so I am halfway there. I am hopeful that in the next month I can roll this out as well. My second ace, this was the second card that got pulled in for the ace. It was a 7 of Spades, which was a splurge. I pulled in my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I have been using this on a regular basis because my goal is to get to the halfway point. This was brand spanking new, never have used it before. When I rolled this in, Milk is expensive. I got this in a FabFitFun. I would never spend my own money on this primer in particular, but my halfway point is the halfway point would be the letter I. So this is where I am at, and it started way down at the bottom here. So this is where I have been at. I have used it a total of 20 times since the last update. I don't use it every day, but I use it most days. And definitely in the next month we will get a roll out. It'll definitely be past the eye if I keep doing the 20 uses train. It's an airless pump, so it's just going to go up. Really love this primer, really enjoy this primer. It is not one that is like an all-time favorite by any means, but it does the job, and I just think that it is just way too expensive. If I used it about 20 times a month, I'm thinking this would only last me like 3 months worth of use, which is crazy for an expensive primer like this. I do use 3 pumps of this every single time I use it because I feel like I need it to cover my face adequately. So 2 to 3 pumps is normal for me, but if I'm already here, girl measuring, it would take me like 3 months. Less than 3 months to finish this, which I don't think that's a very good deal, but I got it in a FabFitFun. I'm definitely getting my use out of it, and my goal is not to finish it. My goal is to get the halfway point, and we will definitely do that by next update. This one is going to be a little bit of a long haul type of product. This was a 5 of Hearts, which was a concealer. I only own 2 concealers in my collection, and I think when I did this update, I think this was my only concealer. At the time, I have no clue, but this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. My goal is to finish this. So here is my line marking from last update to this update. Based off of my usage so far, I am guessing about 4 more months. So this will definitely be finished before the end of the year. I use this as an under eye concealer, and I use my other concealer to cover like spots on my face and things like that. This coverage is not high enough for me, and I also think this is a little too light for me. This is in the shade 95, and it's just a little too light, especially in the summertime. I'm getting slightly more tan, This is just not a color that matches me that well. We're gonna keep her on the project until she is finished. I have not looked at the game board yet, but you will see the game board here on the screen. I also do not play with my jokers. Both jokers are out of my deck. I take both my jokers out. I don't want to play with them. I don't need the extra stress in my life. So that is what I do. You do not have to do the same. Actually, you're supposed to have one joker in. I know some people do 2 jokers. The face cards, so King, Queen, Jack, and Ace, they stay the same throughout the entire year. And the suit cards, I suppose the numbered suit cards, they're the ones that get randomized every month. Sometimes you pull the same card, you don't get the same prompt. But sometimes you pull a different card and you get the same prompt you've had before. So it's just a little fun luck of the draw. Next update, we should be able to roll out quite a few cards. It is okay if we only pull in 1 card this update. This is my deck. We do cut the deck and we put her on the bottom. So we do not know what is on the top. What is on the top, you may say? A 6 of hearts. The 6 of hearts is a mocha mousse. So that was the Pantone color of the year. That is like a brown color, a cooler toned taupey brown sort of color. Like I said, I really don't want to pick an eyeshadow. Maybe I can pick something with that packaging. I don't know. But I will go rummage through my collection and find something that represents mocha mousse. I'm back with my product for mocha mousse. I rolled in a 6 of hearts, which is mocha mousse. And I went through my collection and it was really unfortunate because the lipstick that I am trying to finish this year is MAC Mocha, and that would have been like the perfect prompt to pull that in for, even though it is nowhere near a mocha mousse type of color. What I did pull in was a lip product. I pulled in the Ole Henriksen. This is the Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment Balm. This is in the shade Cocoa Creme, and it is on my lips right now. I figured this is definitely mocha mousse inspired. It smells and tastes like cocoa. Mocha is similar. So this is what I'm going to be pulling in for mocha mousse. My goal is to use this 15 times, which honestly, I don't think I should have a problem with this because this is something I can put on in the morning and it'll just eventually wear off at some point throughout the day. So I'm hopeful that the Melt Contour Powder can get rolled out with 9 more uses. I am hopeful that the Essence Eyeliner will get rolled out with 7 more uses. I am hopeful that the Milk Hydro Grip Primer that I would say realistically I'd only have to use it 10 to 15 more times until it reaches the eye. So that's 3. And if I can use this every day, every morning, then this should be a rollout as well next update. So hopefully we get 4 new products next update, which would be almost a full refresh. I know the Maybelline is never going to be done next update. If you enjoyed Project Pan content, I do have an entire Project Pan playlist and I will link that one down below. I do 3 projects this year, this being one of them. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. What are you guys panning down below? How is your deck of panning going? I would love to hear it. Like, comment, and subscribe and do all the YouTube things. And I love and appreciate you guys so much. And I shall see you guys next time.